or a duelist player, Sentinel is pretty much the next role you usually go into. But Cypher, especially after the nerfs, I think Cypher. I mean, after like the meta's changing, Cypher has been considered a weak agent. But so far, what we see from Vondre is that Vondre can make any agent like him on Vondre on Duelist have shown that they can do pretty much anything, and I want to see the same kind of value come out of his Cypher, of their Cypher, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, and I think there's a lot that can be done here, especially when you say anyway, but I really look at this and know that we can see some really good plays, honestly. And I'm really fond here of sorry, of I'm sorry, my game is lagging. This is going to come back. Yes, it is coming back. So I was saying, I am very, very fond of the double duelist here with Neon and Reyna here, because I think that is such a great pick. Like the Reyna for the flank or for the slow go in. Well, Neon is just going to go full in. I really think that's a good combo.
Yeah, I completely agree. As we as we go into this round here, we're seeing a heavy presence towards A, and especially when it comes to how do I say it? Especially when it comes to this map, I would say that especially when it comes to this map, I think Viper will. I mean, okay, it's a Viper on a solo controller, which is very rare to see nowadays, especially since no one wants to play controllers. But I think Viper can bring a lot of value to this team, especially because while, yes, Viper is... they don't have the flexibility to rotate, right? But with the Viper, on the Viper here, what they do is, because the map is so small and there's not a lot of corners, they have to face the decay when they're pushing. And I think that's going to be very detrimental to both teams, and that decay is going to be insane. Especially when... because we are in lower elo, maybe we aren't going to see as many headshots, but that will not matter when you're getting decayed. You're still going to be able to get a lot of damage and quick kills, therefore. What do you think, Lottery?
Well, honestly, I think that as a solo, yes, Viper is kind of weak on the attack. On the defense, though, I would argue that sure, it's less likely that you're going to have a good rotate with Viper, but maybe that's what you want with a Viper on defense. Maybe you don't want Viper to rotate. You want them to lock down the side that she is on and take control of that, even when the full team has rotated. Because if the enemy teams are rotating too, you know, you are crossing themselves, never meeting, and they are going to, let's say, point A while every defender are on B. That's not something you want. So with Viper, you can have that defense staying on that A point, you know?
Yes, I completely agree. As we go into this round, Walter White going up onto the site here as we're all kind of scaled up. Drago in quite a forward position here, watching his Viper wall like a hawk, kind of repositioning to a safer space. Realizing that the attackers have pushed out of showers, going into U-Haul, trying to play safe. Vondre knows that the Sage is in triple, doesn't manage to quite get the pick, leaving it a 4v4. Kimber managed to get a pick onto Jojo there as the attacker, the man advantage goes back to the defenders. Dre just coming in and out. The post plant is afoot as Acer managed to get the pick onto Hank, and Kimber just getting that last kill onto Zaya as in a 3v. Now, like, they just not a 3v0, but you know, they have. That was cool. Like.
Well, that was really fast and that was really good.
Yeah.
Acer was really fast to rotate here and to come to the flank on showers, so we definitely saw a lot of good plays there.
What could you tell us exactly what happened? Could you just walk us through what happened that round, Lottery?
Well, honestly, that's so hard because, you know, it was such a huge melee, but basically, they didn't push enough. They came out of showers, didn't really take control of the points, and so that allowed the defense to still have a lot of control of the other part of the point, and then the defense could also flank. So now we are seeing Drago here with that very good Viper wall preparing going for the teleporter to extend. But Draco themselves going to the teleporter,
Spike
to
down
the teleporter,
B.
taking a pick on Walter White Jr., but being revenged immediately by Xaiden. We are seeing Hank here on the TP2. No, I'm sorry, it's not. Wait, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's Hank. So expecting the rotation. I'm really sorry, I got very confused.
There.
Xaiden here with Jojo into the little Uka, trying to get maybe a pick, but Vendra, very good and very sneaky cam, taking the information, telling the teammates where the enemy are.
You know that
Think-
now Acer gets picked out as we go into this round. We're seeing a very slow push here from the side of attackers as they kind of slowly go on the site. But Vondre does have the Spectre. Doesn't manage to find two. Now leaving him. But however, Walter White gets managed to find a pick onto Kimber, leaving Vondre in a 1v1. Both players now going to have Spectres, I think. But however, 35 seconds on the clock. Omen kind of have to go plant. Doesn't manage to find the shot, and Vondre managed to find the shot onto Walter White, giving him the 3K.
Absolutely. So what we're seeing here from Vendra is a very patient game. The Cypher that stays on the cam usually annoys the teammates, because they're not participating. But here Vendra actually gave us a lot of information and mostly got very sneaky and managed here to take two by surprise, which is really something.
This should do. This goes here.
I completely agree. I also would like to quickly talk about these trips here. These trips are very sneaky on the floor, and they're very, if you don't know about them, you're most likely going to walk into them, and therefore I love these little trips here. What do you think, Vondre?
Well, honestly, I think they're really good, and at the moment we are seeing if they are going to work again, as most of the team is going to get it detected in Oka. Walter White and Jojo here going to be attacked, getting dying by the tripwire, unfortunately. Vendra only takes Jojo as Walter White was here for the revenge, planting. It's a 3v4 situation in favor of the attackers, in favor of Breaking Bad. So we're seeing here the Sova over Kimber on Chamber here, trying to set up a TP. Bad timing, unfortunately, as they were expecting Hank taking the kill on the one under the bed, and Walter White here waiting for Drago, not letting them take the slightest inch of damage on anyone.
Yeah, I think that round it went out of control when the moment that the attackers were going to push CT. Because usually when you are planting, you usually fall back into, let's say, hookah or long to kind of slow down the game now that they've gotten the objective, because now the defenders have to push into that. But the attackers here, instead, they pushed out. They pushed into the CT, and thankfully this meant that they caught Breaking Bad off guard, which led to this.
Definitely, and we're seeing a very similar attack here, as they are going into Uka and Long. But Vendra here, who has taken a different positioning than they have previously done. Xaiden and Jojo here being blocked by the smoke of Drago. Drago takes Xaiden, makes them low with the molly, then picks two with we have here a very good defense. V1 under the bed and Acer taking 2 kills. Hank taking the on the one under the bed, but Drago here was on the side, was surprising Hank, handing the round, giving the advantage to Construction ahead.
Honestly, this map is, I mean, this is proving to be right about it being defender sided. Like, that Viper utility along with both the Chamber and the Cypher utility is proving to be very hard to push. However, we have to keep in mind for the side of attack defenders here, it is a defender sided map, especially with all the Sentinels and all the Viper. Like, this could very much, they need every single round they can get this half fun Latre. As we go into this round, I think it seems to be a default as both teams are trying to scale up. Acer managed to get the pick onto Walter White, giving the man advantage to the defenders, seeing if they can scale up, as they realize that, oh yes, now on A, they've realized, yes, the defenders have an operator. Now they're going B side, but Kimber just managed to find great in Hookah as a TP comes in and the defenders managed to clean out Viper.
Yeah, absolutely. So we saw a very flawless defense here. They were playing a bit of default, switching it a bit with a bit of an A attack, which didn't lead to anything, unfortunately. So they had to go to the full default, but that's the problem with default. At some point, the opponents are going to, you know, expect it. They are going to wait for you here, and I really think that they're trying to understand that as they seem to be heading hey there. So we have here Kimber on the chamber hold. We see the crossing of the Viper walls, and we see mostly Drago here with the Viper hold, locking down the area, making sure that no one can come from the short. So only the showers here is clear, but that's not really clear because Kimber is here and he is, and they are waiting. They're waiting the ultimate, and that's another flawless as everyone from Breaking Bad gets swept on. Construction ahead, finish the construction, takes the broom, and leaves it as built.
Wow, that round was honestly as soon as the Viper ult was popped, it was practically a guarantee for the defenders. That much map control is very difficult to contest. And honestly the best way to deny it is rotating, which the side of attackers just didn't do, deciding, oh, we can go A, and that just proved to be very detrimental to them.
Definitely, but the thing is, it's really hard for them to play default anymore. And we see here that Kimber not on the icon. Kimber here, waiting in lamps, getting picked, but technically didn't die. Down to 33 HP. We see a very good control here, taking control of a very short area, taking control here with a Viper hold. That is very hard to retake. The one under the bed here in lamps, taking Walter White, trying to go from that very sweet passage. The third stage wall here, blocking the passage. We have to get it done. We have to get it done and do it quick. We're inside the Viper ult. We're very low here. Zaydan with a molly, taking on Drago, locking the area down. We're seeing a very flawless here. Acer trying to go inside with the up. Vendor does take the kill on Walter White Jr. on the kill on Kimber, and unfortunately Zaydan, still inside the ult, is going to take the final kill on Ventre. Honestly, that was such a hard retake to take between the stage wall and the ult.
Also, let's talk about the fact that Zane managed to save the operator here. The operator on Walter White has proven to be deadly, and now we're going to see it again. It's going to be insane. Like, yes, they are attacking, but the amount of map control and map pressure that the operator brings to this game is going to see so much value.
Definitely, and honestly, well, you know, with two controllers on the enemy side, the operator might prove a little hard to take values from, because if you have so many lines of sight being cut, we see it here as Kimber is on the high ground trying to take a pick possibly, but being seen from the showers, repositioning immediately. The one under the bed trying to go here on lamps. Drago gets killed by Hank. Hank takes control of lamp. Concusses here. The one under the bed who is waiting for them, but Hank here gets bigger advantage. Acer on the operator.
We're seeing an off battle here from
exactly,
Acer and Walter White.
Acer wins
just
the operator. And we see here Vandre expecting the rotate and already on the side. They didn't move, but unfortunately Hank is going to take them down. It's down to a 3v2 in favor of the attack. Zayden here trying to get a sweet one as Hank is trying to get the ace. Won't, because Acer here hands the killing streak with their operator Zayden.
30 seconds
don't
left.
know if they should pick, trying at least to buy some time, but Acer with the ultimate being able to
But
push,
also
which
has
it
the
wouldn't
dash.
be- and has the dash, which they wouldn't be able to do with only the operator, but unfortunately Walter White here the killing streak
Cleans
and
out the
gets
round.
the operator back to give to possibly their teammate Walter White.
I mean, that round was truly, as the observer has said, everyone everywhere all at once. Like, it was just a mosh pit of everyone on site just playing off of each other, playing for trades, playing for map control, playing to get enough control and getting just like having everyone on site and playing the numbers, like, which really proved to be advantageous for them as we go into this round here. We do see the operator back on Acer as he has invested into this round. Walter White spots the one on their bed, but doesn't manage to quite get the kill. Pops the ultimate, trying to get the map control back. However, Kimber now realizes they're gonna come in, tries to take a forward position with the rifle as the attackers have realized, oh, the defenders are here. Maybe it's time to go back, but no, Hank is already in U-Haul. Managed to get the pick as Kimber's still watching towers like a hawk. The TP comes in. Hank spots Jojo, but can he get the kill? Not just quite, as Zaneless gets to go and cross. Jojo managed to get another pick, leaving Acer in a 1v2 in that site, but Vondre is now in a 1v3 on B, but managed to get killed by Hank, making the map so close to a tie. It's a 5-4 now. What has gone wrong, Latre?
What's up? Well, I think they are starting to realize, Breaking Bad have started to realize that playing the default that they had set up was starting to be their downfall. So they are establishing a new default on A. Now, let's hope that this new default is not going to be to their disadvantage now, because they are all going towards that A site again. Only this time, possibly, it seems some of them are going to go to the other side. So maybe B side here is the play. We see here Jojo, who has already taken something, getting healed by their teammate. Acer ready to take very early pick. Vandre and Vandre and Drago, Vandre and Drago here, trying to get very good picks with that shotgun, but unfortunately the shotgun is not going to be enough. Acer and the one under the bed here on the TP, taking the best on Jojo, but unfortunately Hank is there. Gets Acer, but the one under the bed is ready to revenge. The one under the bed who is now in a 1v2 against an op and very, very low on health. But so is one of their opponents, so they have to try and do it. They don't manage to, as Poseidon is going to take the best of them, and that's another round going for Breaking Bad, making this a 5-5 tie.
I just want to quickly talk about that Viper wall though. That cross with the one under the bed and Vondre was a really good idea in that hookah, which was saying, we have a shotgun, you cannot come onto the side. However, that Viper wall just kind of broke that for the side of attackers, and Hank really abused that to his advantage and managed to get a pick onto Vondre there, which kind of left the rest of the defense in kind of shambles without that Cypher, without that kind of rock and anchor on the site, as we see quite a heavy A default here going into this round. Vondre kind of trying to set up really quickly here as he phases his utility down.
Absolutely, and we are seeing a very slow push here, but Poseidon is to get taken down by the one under the bed. A very powerful pick actually, because that Viper is so crucial in the attack. That Viper is so needed. We still have the wall down, but honestly that wall is so amazing. Acer here takes Jojo, but gets taken immediately by Walter White Jr., who is going to raise Jojo, making the player number in their advantage. Now the wall here for the raise, being unable to blocking them to be, so they are going to be expected there. Someone is here, someone is waiting, and Kimber actually slows that progression as they try to go for the kill on Walter White Jr., who takes the base of them. But Drago here on the neck, you could say, on the hiding spot, making sure that they don't pass. No, both of them are very low. The Sova Haro trying to take the one thing of damage that is needed. 5 HP on one side, 11 on one side. They are both 1 bullets down. And it's going to
get that hit though.
Exactly, who is going to get that hit? Honestly, they can just play the timer. Hank is at a disadvantage. They have to move. They have to, but they do move in a way that the one under the bed is not going to be able to take the kill. They get pre-fired and die right there.
Honestly, that was an insane round. You know, I kind of, coming into the series, I kind of had doubts about the Hank under the bed, because Not Hank under the bed. I mean Hank, because Hank had to be subbed out last time they were playing Bind. But
You know, I think we're gonna have to have a talk later as to what Hank is doing under your bed.
yeah, honestly, I've been kind of traumatized. But anyways, going into this round, we are seeing a quite a heavy presence towards B as they kind of scale
Yes,
up
but-
to the hookah here.
Exactly, we attack here, playing both of their default actually at the same time, the old default and the new ones at the same time, being weighted here by Vendor, who is going to get killed because Draco already did that trick last time, and Walter White Jr. is not going to fall for it twice. We are
Yes,
seeing
as
here. Yeah, we are the one but here with a sneaky play coming most likely from City, taking Walter Boy, taking control back of the site. We have two in, we have one in Uka. We actually have no one in Uka anymore. We only have the one player. We only have Zayden is going from City, but unfortunately Acer is going to get a very mean headshot with the ultimate
sides.
with the knives, with the shurikens. Very good kill here, and a 6-6.
We're seeing a 6x half. I mean, that half was arguably a roller coaster launch, right? We were seeing, honestly, if Hank wasn't there, dropping 18 frags with 8 deaths, I don't think that half should have been as successful for Breaking Bad.
Well, definitely, Hank is the player of the day. I'm going to say that even before the game stops, you know. I think Hank deserves, no matter who wins or not, Hank is definitely the player of the day. But to be honest, they can all be, they are very, very good individually. We have a lot. I think maybe what's missing on some of the team plays here is, well, team playing exactly, but that's just the problem with the low elo player in general, so that's to be expected. So now Drago here, going with a wall, waiting a bit, playing it really slow, just preparing. As we have Acer here, trying to go in, taking the pick on Zayden, was ID, now finished. Unfortunately, Kimber, who was with Acer, getting taken down, Acer very low.
We're seeing a plant down here from Drago as Hank attempts to do a retake with his classic. Slides in, managed to find one, but can he find one more? He sees the one under the bed. Can he finally eliminate the guy under his bed? Doesn't manage to get so, but
Last player standing.
he manages, the one under the bed finally gets treated out by Walter White as but Walter White Jr. swings, but Drago just managed to clean out that round for the side of Construction ahead there.
Yes, absolutely. Now we are seeing an advantage here for Construction Head. Advantage that they are actually not going to take, as is the norm now in IVQCS. We have said it too many times today. They are not buying
again, Lotre.
They
time
are
and time
not
again.
Exactly. They are not buying on round 2, meaning that they are losing their advantages. But maybe that is for the better. Maybe they will get that and they will have a very juicy economy on the third round. Now, we are seeing a very aggressive play here by the one under the bed, going in against that Omen, but unfortunately getting hit by Walter White Jr. Walter White Jr. takes the second one, Vendre taking 2, taking 3, and cleaning that Uka, and cleaning the passageway for their teammates. We have Acer here trying to ult City, trying to prevent anyone from
One enemy remaining.
stopping that plant. And Vendre here with a 4th kill, but getting killed from City by Jojo. Jojo trying to get him, trying to go for the defuse here as they take some shots, some unlucky shots on Acer, who will hand Jojo's career right here, right there.
Yeah, I would just like to kind of narrate. You were talking about how they weren't investing into the round, but I think that wasn't necessarily true. Those couple of Spectres were enough for the round, and you know what? The side of attackers, the Construction Head knew that and decided, yes, we're just going to rely on these couple of Spectres, which means that Acer can buy an op this round, which is going to be, as we've seen in the series, is invaluable for the side of Construction Ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I think they made me lie though, because we took it so like I think they were hearing me at the same time, you know. Oh, Luch is saying that we're doing it again. Let's not do it again. No, we are seeing
Exactly.
here.
They're denying our script, Lotre. They're denying our
Exactly.
script.
I
No,
As
know
we
we
see a
have
pick
seen
on,
here.
yeah.
Oh, very sweet pick here from Bandre, which allows the team to go inside the A point. But Walter White here on the flank gets Kimber, gets revenge by the one under the bed. Bandre here with a kill on Hank. Hank who gets revenge by Walter White. We are on a 3v2 here with the advantage of the attack. A very nice recon Howard here trying to get people. Acer with the operator, that is why they econ so much. Operator on round 3 and Jojo now is the only one left. The only one unnamed and gets detected by the Sova arrow. Now the electrifying arrow that doesn't touch but manages to get them out of their cover as the one under the bed also gets out of the bed to get that kill.
Can we just talk? Like, can we just talk about what happened that round? That was why I was talking. One, that was why I was talking about the operator, and two, just wow. Usually bonuses are very difficult rounds to win because you have specters versus the rifles. But that round, they practically proved us wrong, even with the investment that the attackers are practically just better in this case. As we go into this round, we're seeing a scale onto A long here. The operator has been invested for. The operator is still on Acer, even though it is attacking out. Can he find the space though? Hank Schneider managed to get one with the Vandal, but the one managed to trade things out along with Drago, giving them the man advantage. The Sage only has a ghost, but that's all she needs to get a pick onto the one under the bed. But Kimber managed to trade it out as it leaves Walter White once again in a 1v3 situation to clutch out the round. Now has a rifle, trying to see if he can get a leeway back into this round, but gets spotted out by Acer. The Acer gets the headshot. Wow, can you just
Acer is
explain this
really
for us,
good, yeah.
Lotre? Yeah.
But Acer is just pretty good on that. Now, the thing is here that they were Breaking Bad here on the defense. We're in food eco, and that's the thing with such an eco is that it's really, really hard to get on top of things and to get the advantage. Now, for round in favor of construction ahead, but this round Breaking Bad is going to be able to buy against. So it's really the round that we are looking for. It's really the round that might tie things up, because if they lose that one, they are going to be sent back into eco. It might be catastrophic. Now, a very good Breaking Arrow here that takes the information, but unfortunately, Jojo already gets taken by Acer's amazing OP. Hank here with a kill, Walter White on the flank that gets taken down by Drogo. Acer still denying the passage. Acer still doing God's work as they take another pick. Now that's a 2v4. That is such a well done attack. This attack is for the moment very one-sided, and we see here that Hank is basically blocked.
Right.
As Acer is denying the passage. Now Acer is letting them come. That's a 1v4. How can that be done? Vendra here. Vendra expecting Hank to come and taking the kill here.
Yeah. Can we just talk about that A hit? Like, honestly, what the attackers are doing right now is taking that map control. Taking that map control and denying that map control from Hank. Hank has been running them over, but they've realized that as long as they avoid Hank, this map is essentially over for them. So that's what they've been doing, and they've been doing it really well. What do you think, Lottery? What do you think? What do you think that? What do you think could be done for the side of attackers here?
I think what we need to do is to avoid that operator and just play very slow. I think they need to rely a lot on their Viper and on the utility app. Now, obviously, we are just very here. We have Hank trying to get a kill.
Gets
the finger,
two.
takes one,
Gets
takes two,
a
takes three.
He's finally gotten the guy under his bed, and now he has the rifle. He can now. They have to fight as well. He has the finger gun. He's been proven to be really well. But Acer is still alive with his ultimate and the rifle and the operator. But Hank managed to get the swing, managed to get the 4K. But Jojo unfortunately takes Acer out. I mean, fortunately takes Acer out with the Marshall.
Exactly, with the last kill. But honestly, that was to be expected.
Finally, though, getting the defenders onto the scoreboard this half.
Exactly.
What do you think
and
happened right there, Lotre?
well, I think Hank did a very risky but very good ult there. It was a down to 1v3, you're neon, you don't have a good position. What do you want to do? And I think the answer to that question is to pop the fingers out so that you may have advantage not only of a very clean damage, but also of running all the time, scaring
With
them
the
too because
series like this, Lotre, the real estate value of Bind is going out. Like, who wouldn't want to be on Bind right now, watching the series live? Like, this series has been so close as we see a swing from Xander, but he gets downed by the side of attackers here as they try again to Walter White with the operator, but doesn't manage to quite get Vondre. Vondre managed to get the plant down. Hank's the hero of this team here so far. Managed to get one, but Vondre managed to get another, making sure the man stays with the attackers. Timber managed to get another, however, sets up the TP. Sets up the TP as Walter White looks to see to get back on the side.
Player standing.
Acer
Acer
here
gets
with a
another,
very-
leaving Hank alone.
yes, exactly. And Hank is detected. Hank is seen in the one out of a bit. Very good care that this information is going to be useful, and it is as we go into a match point already. This could very, very well end the series right there. Will the construction ahead be the big champions of the season 2 of the NA IVQCS, or will Breaking Bad manage to get the reverse sweep and come on top instead?
Yes, I honestly, although it is 12-7 right now, this could be a moment for construction ahead.
You want to play? Let's
for Breaking
play.
Bad. I believe in Breaking Bad here. You know, I thought we caster curse to the construction ahead. Why isn't it working? I believe in Breaking Bad. I believe as JoJo gets the pick, the first opening pick here for the side of Breaking Bad. And Hank Baxter gets another. Hank gets another
down
as
A.
this gets
One enemy remaining.
doesn't matter
Acer
Acer
with
though.
the AWP here. Acer here with the AWP, not very much that they can do as they are into a 1v4 with operator, which is a very, very dire situation. Instead, trying to take the pick here, trying to get some kill if possible. Actually going maybe for the spike, but Walter White Jr. here going inside, going in, trying to deny that.
Now, there's only need to be 4 more rounds. 4 more rounds for Breaking Bad to get back into this game, I believe.
Definitely, and we see Walter White once again with the operator here. Are they going to give it much of value? I think they can, because they are so good with the operator.
Yeah.
And we see here that the attack doesn't really know where to go, doesn't really know where to be. We see some attack on B side, we see some attack here on A, on short. They are walking in very, very slowly, trying to the enemies are going to go in, but Vendra here with a very aggressive position is going to be taken down, meaning that the enemy team are going to start rotating, but actually they don't trust it, and they are right too. Acer here gets taken down by Walter White. The enemy team is down to 3 players against 4. We have a very, very low one under the bed, and they don't really know what to do. They are trying to rotate, but at the same time, they don't really start to push. They just sit there waiting for the enemy teams to push, waiting for them to do something. They finally decide to go into that B side, but Hank is waiting for them. Takes one, tries to take 2, but gets immediately taken down by the one under the bed. It's a 2v3.
enemy
Jojo
remaining.
here at the reception, taking the one under the bed, leaving Kimber here alone with only an operator. Not will
There's a
Kimber try to do
1v3
it?
for Kimber as he gets a rifle. I think he's gonna go for
30
it.
seconds left.
Sees that he's gonna get flushed. Maybe suspect that the Reyna is there. As even Walter White has come and rotated, he realizes that because they're in hookah, he can watch out with the operator. As Kimber only has 18 seconds, he has to push the site with 3 people on it. Can he do it as he goes to see if there's anyone nearby
seconds
that he can
left.
pick off as he goes? Man just spot out Walter White as he goes to see if there's anyone he can pick out as more. But Jojo managed to clean out that round and gets that kill onto Kimber. Could you just explain to me what happened there, Lottery? That was hard to follow.
Well, I think the problem here is that the team themselves, construction ahead, a hard time following as well. We didn't really know who was where. They split out at the beginning. They got one player down on A, on B, which was the only player they had there. Then tried to push A, got stopped by the operator. They sat there for a bit, and then the rotation wasn't that great because they were expected. And Kimber here trying to go in instead of saving, which means that they have lost the operator now, and I don't think they are able to buy one again. Now, Walter White here being spotted on the high ground. We see Vandra trying to go again for that Uka on B, being very cautious, trying to not repeat the actions of the past, going inside. Now we see here a very good arrow that detects Jojo into CT. Acer here takes the high ground, gets one, through under the bed, takes another. Walter White the only one on the site at the moment. Kimber here takes the kill. It might be it. It might be the definitive one.
Hank does have the finger gun. It has proven to be really valuable. And there is a res. There is ultimates. It is not over yet as Hank managed to get one. There's not enough time as they try and take the retake. The Viper ult is invested into this round as they try and get the retake ahead. The stun comes in as the Walter White Jr. manages to take a pick on the Drago. Sees if he can get this from Hank managed to get another, leaving it in 1v1. Can Walter White Jr. have it? The tap comes in. Manages spot the one on their bed. Has to stick the bomb. Can he do it? But the one on their bed swings a 3K. Constructing ahead wins the series and wins the IVQCS finals. Any season 2. Wow.
That is done. That is said and done. Construction ahead have now erected a statue to their own victory. They are the new champions of the Incorrect VALORANT Quads Championship Series NA Edition.
Wow. Now I'm gonna give it over to Canoe, and you guys can do the. I mean, no, I think right. I don't wait. No, Canoe's gonna come on and become the analyst desk here with me as we talk about this match. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, right. We're all gonna talk. We're all going to be here as Canoe join us to talk about the series. Like, wow, that was a series. You know, as our analyst, Canoe, is there any comments?
That's my cue. I forgot. Hello, guys. I'm now out of the caster role and into the analyst desk. I'm going to be talking about this one. As you can see right now, Hank, despite losing that one, or despite their team losing that one, had a whopping 428 ACS with 32 kills, 17 deaths, and 6 assists.
Four first buzz as well.
I feel like I'm underestimating this guy when I say that they are like Neon is just not a good player. Under this guy, Hank from Breaking Bad really just takes the cake and really just uses this character to its
But
top
we have to
potential.
Remember who won the series.
But
Construction ahead. They really did construct their own win. What do you think, Latre?
They really did construct their own win.
Okay, so regarding Construction ahead, as I said, you know, my gut feeling was with them, even though I felt that Breaking Bad was just theoretically better. But I really liked every single player there. I really liked how they played. I kinda, for some reason, wanna ask Kimber to be my spouse. For some reason, I really liked how they played. But you know, that's how it is. And no, I honestly, I really like Construction ahead. They really had each some individuality that was really well determined. They really worked well as a team too. I don't know if there were 5 stacks or if there was some randoms inside of the composition, but honestly, if there was, that didn't show at all. So yeah, definitely we got some good play. Hazer really good with the duelists, very good with the one shots and everything. With Drago really good at being sneaky, being hiding, playing with a smoke sphere. Kimbo, I think we've only seen on Viper, very good on Viper, on Chamber, very good Chamber, very good use of notably the ultimates. Vendre that we've seen on so many characters, and honestly, I think Vendre is really very good on each and every single one of his characters, and the one in the character, an amazing player too. Really, each one of them was they really had their own identity that we could determine, that we can see in the cast and in the way they played, and such a good team as well.
Right. I completely agree here. That was truly a series to end the game. IVQCS finals has only gotten better. That was so impressive, and honestly, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Is there any final regards from both of you here?
Honestly, that was I mean that's comparable to like VCT already. Like the games, VCT get out of the way. I mean, IVQCS is in the list, and we're here to take it on now. But like for real, the games that low elo players play, it feels like every time that we see these guys play in teams, it feels like they're leveling up. It doesn't actually feel like they're low elo. It feels like they're actually
They're coordinated.
yeah, they're a very coordinated team, which is something that you really don't see in games when you play on your own. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I look forward to seeing more of these games in the future,
Yes.
from other regions, obviously, and
I think
that's it
EMEA
for
is
me.
next, no?
I think EU is next. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think EU has to be next. What do you mean? EU was supposed to be second. If you take season 1 into account, EU was the second one who was supposed to come. I was waiting for EU when you guys got me NA first. I don't agree. I don't agree. My
Yes.
French blood is raging at the moment. I want EU so bad, and I really, if we don't get EU, I'm taking all the French people from IVQCS, and we are going to unionize. You are all warned.
Thank you so much for tuning into IVQCS NA Season 2. It was wonderful to cast with you, Canoe and Lotre. My name is
Woo!
Tio, and we're just going to end the cast here, I think.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for accompanying us all the
Wait,
way through.
before.
And we need to. Sorry, I think we are going to the same way here, Tio.
Yeah. No,
We need
before
to
we end, though, we need to thank our production here. Mari, with who's
exactly.
observing, Custard, who's streamed for us all this time, Tina for organizing. Woo!
Wait, we need to also, yeah, and we need to also thank Mike and Jack, whom you may not have seen as much on the chats or on the screen, but honestly, they've been working just as hard back behind the stage. And we need also to thank our partners, because we have a partners this time. We're partnering with the Valorant Lore Heart Discord, with that amazing community that loves Valorant lore so much, analyze it, and try to guess, theorize, and everything. It's so nice
Yeah.
to have had those guys around, and I really, really want to thank them for being here with us.